Hey guys, what's
Hey!
going on? It's another Raity's Rides Q&A night.
It is indeed.
I know they're all here to see you. I know that I get comments all the time. They're all like, is Lori going to be there? Is Lori going to be there? Yes, Lori is here. She's in front of the camera. She's a real person.
And that's not easy for me because I know a lot of people want me to review cars.
I know.
But I really like to be behind the
camera. You work that camera so well.
I love working the camera.
It's almost, it is. Why am I even using the word almost? It is art in motion.
It really
watching you film.
Well, a lot of people don't know that that's actually what I've been studying for a lot of my life. That's my degree.
You got a degree
in communications and
videography.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So works out so well.
Yes, it does.
For you.
But yes, it does. We already got a super chat right off the bat. I wasn't even able to get any kind of big words. But before we get to Jaden's super chat, I just want to thank everybody for being here. We have the 500K subscriber celebration.
That's when?
Yes. It's this Sunday at Walker Ford. So if you're anywhere within the globe, come to Walker Ford.
So basically, if you're not on the moon.
Yes, if you're not on the moon or on Mars with that whole NASA thing going on, come to Walker Ford on Sunday from 10 to 12 is the official Raity's Ride celebration.
Yes, very exciting.
For those of you who can't make it, next month, May's Q&A is going to be the official
virtual celebration.
With the giveaways.
Yes.
And if you're wondering, well, Joe, how do I register for that? How can I win a prize during the Raity's Rides giveaways? It's real simple. Go to RaitiesRides.com.
No apostrophe, just
RaitiesRides.com and register your email. You'll get not only newsletters from Lori and I, but also enter. Now, if you've already done that, here's the great news. You've already are entered. So it's like you don't have to go back.
You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you don't have to read. You don't have to go back and do your homework because you already did your homework.
That's right.
So for the people who haven't done their homework, go to RaitiesRides.com and register.
And if you forget, you just in the description, there's going to be a link to the website.
And let's answer Jaden's question in super chat. How is a subframe different from the chassis? So the chassis is the main frame section. A subframe bolts or is welded to the main chassis. And usually the subframe is at the back or obviously at the rear, but usually at the front or back. I said back and rear. That's the same thing.
I think that is the same
front and back. There we go. We got that down. So hopefully that answers your question for you, Jane. A lot of times what that does is in a crash, it actually saves a lot of money in repairs because you don't have to replace the whole frame, just the subframe. Adam, one of our Patreon members.
Hey, Adam.
From Canada, living up in Canada. Adam says, good to see you back home for a few minutes.
No kidding, Adam.
I'm loving all your videos. Thank you, Adam. And yes, we have a lot to talk about with these back-to-back trips. We were on a 2-week trip, crazy marathon.
Oh, my gosh.
We went to the GT350 Track Attack. We went, which was in North Carolina. We came back. We were home for a night. Then we went to Texas.
Well, and we had to film while we were home.
Yeah, we had to film the press fleet vehicle. So it wasn't like we were just lounging around. Then we had to get on a plane to get to Texas, to go to Dallas to Texas, go to Speedway.
And we had to drive from Dallas to Austin.
Then we drove,
And then we crawled that rock, guys. I don't know.
Yes.
It was touch and go for me.
It was nuts.
We were like this.
Yeah, during that Jeep.
Watch that video.
If you haven't seen the 4xe event, you need to watch that.
I was standing up on the front end of, when you're sitting in a Jeep and
you just like hanging, just hanging.
I was standing up on that.
You're just hanging. You're just hanging. So we already have people super chatting. If you have a burning question or statement or some kind of desire, you need a super chat and it pops right up. We will get to the other questions as well as best as we can. We have 1 hour. We're going to knock it out.
That's right.
We have Tim here, pickup truck plus SUV talk.
Tim was at the Jeep event.
Yeah, he was at the Jeep event. Great guy. Tim, we look forward to seeing you at the Toyota event in June. Thank you for that super chat, Tim. That's really awesome. Benji, of course, one of the originals from Walker Ford.
Hello, he says, just wanted to tune in and say hi. Miss y'all. Congratulations on 500K. Love y'all. Hope you're doing fine. Thanks,
We're
Benji.
doing great, Benji, and we know you're doing well. We wish you could be at Walker Ford this weekend.
Wish you could be there. That'd be fun.
I got Larry saying good evening to the Raities.
Hey,
we love Larry, LS down there. Then we have another super chat. The Price is Right 2000 kid. He's obviously from Canada. Thank you for that super chat. We really appreciate you. The Price is Right 2000.
And I'm curious to know, have you been on The Price is Right?
I know.
I've always wanted to be on The Price is Right.
I know, especially with Bob Barker.
Oh my gosh.
Especially with Bob Barker.
We've got a super chat from Troy S. Joe, thoughts on the BMW M5 competition? A good daily driver performance car.
Troy, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for being here. It is definitely an awesome daily driver. And on top of that, a performance sedan that just is ridiculous, the amount of power, performance you could get and drive it every day. So highly recommend. If you could swing the price tag, go for it.
Oh, completely agree.
Edgar is here. Edgar has a question. Joe, a new Bronco or FJ Cruiser? You know, I don't know if this is a cop out. I'm actually going to go 4Runner TRD Pro.
Wow. Okay.
I enjoy the Toyota TRD Pro, the 4Runner TRD Pro, but out of your choices, I would have to go the Bronco. I like the FJ Cruiser, but it's been a while since there's been a new one. I would like to see a new FJ Cruiser, which hopefully we will be able to find that out from Toyota soon.
That would be nice to know. We're expecting to hear some things from them. So
Jaden is back again. Thank you, Jaden, for the super chat. He wants to make an announcement that the Cars on Main Memphis is now on May 8th. So that's a big auto show that goes on the streets of Memphis, actually Main Street. It's May 8th. So thank you, Jaden, for alerting everybody to that. If you're in the Memphis area, go to that. But first, come May 2nd to the Raiti's Ride celebration.
Yeah, you got to come there first. Take your shuttle from the moon to the Raiti's Ride celebration and then to Memphis. Eric, thank you so much. Love you guys. What cars do you and Lori own? And can you do a video review of them? Eric, asking you shall receive.
Yes, definitely.
And what cars would you like to own if you could afford it?
So definitely we have a Shelby GT350R. Heritage Edition. We have the Subaru WRX STI Type RA. We have the Camaro ZL11LE. And then, is there anything else?
Well, Lori did a thing.
Lori did a thing, guys. Lori did a thing. It wasn't for a review. It wasn't for the channel.
Nope.
It was for her.
It's mine.
Lori, what did you do?
I actually bought myself.
She did it herself. I had nothing to do with this.
Subaru BRZ.
She got rid of the BRZ.
I got a Mini Cooper S 2021.
Yes, she wound up getting a manual transmission convertible Mini Cooper S, British Racing Green.
It's beautiful.
Come to Walker Ford May 2nd. You're going to see it. It's one of those things, guys, that you have to drive the car. And we had a press fleet vehicle. And you fell in love with it. And a manual.
It's so much fun.
What guy doesn't love a girl even more that knows how to drive a manual?
It's such a fun car. So those are our cars.
Those are our cars.
And
now.
Shelby, I would say, is probably the baby of the bunch.
Yes.
So we've got plenty.
We got more
question, and we definitely can come back to that question. What cars would you like to own if you could afford it?
Yes,
that's a fun one.
Definitely.
Right off the top, which one?
Ferrari F40 is my dream car.
But Ken Barron's in the house.
You're too kind, Ken. Thank you for that amazing generosity and the super chat. Because of these super chats, it's allowing us to travel to events like the Texas Auto Speedway Auto Roundup. So thank you, Ken. And Ken just wants to say,
completely generous. Joe and Lori Raiti, 500 YouTube subscribers. You're both number one.
Wow, thank you. It takes number one to know number one. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate it, brother.
Really, really nice.
We got Mike.
Mike here. Love your channel. Sold the Pro Charge 3.7
I know, Mike.
Mustang. Yeah. Okay, cool. But haven't lost my love for cars. You guys are going to be way big. You should host your own meets.
Well, thanks, Mike, for your support. And I still remember doing a review. That's one of the early ones. If you haven't seen it, you definitely have to see it on the channel. He had a Pro Charge 3.7. But I'm curious what you're going to do, Mike, what the next car is going to be.
Yeah.
And when we host an event, you better have a car to bring.
Well, the passion doesn't go away just because we might be in between cars for a while.
And that's true.
Right.
That's true. Even if you don't have a car right now, listen, dream, aspire. You're still a car person.
Yeah.
Here. It's all right here. It's not what you have in the garage. It's here.
That's right. Completely.
Yes. On throttle.
Agree.
One thing I wanted to add is that May 2nd, we do have the car gathering. So that's sort of like a car show in a way.
So as far as hosting our own meets, we have every subscriber milestone. We partner with Walker Ford mainly. That's who we've been our host, our gracious co-host, to have the car gathering. Yeah,
and it's open to all makes and models. Last time we had about 250 cars show up.
Yeah, and one of the biggest groups was the Veloster N.
Yeah, the Veloster N group, the Wild Stallions Mustang Club.
They were there.
In
the
full
Subarus
effect.
always come out in force.
It was great.
Hopefully some minis will be there.
Yes, we'll see.
That's right. So thanks, Mike.
And
Mike. Juice Loosener, Raiti's is the best car review show. I completely agree. Just pay more attention to zingers than Twinkies. LOL. Much love. And V8s are everything.
Yes. Thank you, Juice Loosener. I really, really appreciate that. And we're going to be bringing more zingers and everything.
Though, is that zingers are a little smaller than the Twinkies. Now, the box is the same size, but the actual size of the treat.
I know.
So,
well, you know why? Because the cost.
Yes.
They're cutting down the cost.
Of course. That's what happens. Everything just keeps shrinking. Andy T. Thanks, Andy. Huge fan of the channel and love the snack references.
Thank you, Andy. We love having you here, and it's great to share not only the cars, but the laughs with everybody.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that's one of our favorite parts. So thank you, Andy. And then Janakis.
Hopefully we're saying that correct. We appreciate you.
Do you remember the first car you reviewed together?
Shoot, you and I?
Together? Well, what's funny is a lot of people don't know this. We used to do something that I call guerrilla filming.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Because we were both working jobs that had very
tight schedules,
tight schedules. Yeah. So we would go at night
and film at the dealerships. We would go and go to a local dealership at night and test the door handles.
Wait, you didn't hear that from us?
You'd be amazed how many are unlocked.
So we would film them under the bright lights. Yeah. So that was guerrilla filming.
It probably had to be maybe a Corvette or something like that.
It was either a Corvette or it might have been a Honda Civic.
Oh yeah, over at
SI.
Yeah, that's
like a bright yellow SI.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that was a fun question. Yes. Thank you so much for that.
Jaden's back.
Jaden, what do you think of my 4 words?
I love your 4 words. I forgot off the top of my head what they are. I know it's something about look before you leap or something like that. Okay, yes. He has a bumper. He made a bumper sticker about it.
Okay, good.
We got Mikey.
Mikey
in Vegas. He's in Vegas.
Hey guys, thank you so much for all that you do. Now, what are your thoughts on the unveiled Hyundai Kona N with no manual or all-wheel drive?
You know, Mikey, I understand why Hyundai's doing it. You know, the SUV segment is just so flooded and they want to cover all their bases. But it would be nice to have a manual or at least all-wheel drive. I think that's a missed opportunity for it to not have all-wheel drive, but we'll be bringing it to you, so don't worry.
Yeah. And then Benji, thank you, Benji. And I also saw that Jacob said congrats, and I see a few more congrats here from YYC Automotive. But Benji says, congrats. I think you need to bring your new car to the Dragon. Heck yes. Benji. June 4th through 6th, or anyone else that wants to come. I'm taking the Sloth. Nice.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
You know, there is an event, Benji, that's Minis on the Dragon, MOTD, and they do it every year. This year I missed, but next year for sure. And regardless, you can count on it. And then TJ is another one of our
Patreon member. He says, with FCA introducing the hybrid electric Jeep, is this FCA Stellantis, that's what they're called now, showing us what could be in store? Yes, you are 100% correct. Hybrid electrification is coming to Dodge. Don't be surprised. It's coming. If you want your V8s, you better freaking get out there now and go grab one.
Yeah.
And then Jim S. actually had a question up there that I could see.
Sure.
He's asking, is the CX-5 Carbon worth giving up the goodies of the Grand Touring? I think so. I really like the Carbon edition, the color, the interior. I think it's fine.
I don't really think you're giving up much.
You're really not too much.
Yeah, not too much at all.
So thank you, TJ.
Yes, and then Jaden is back. What does a King's clutch refer to?
So, Jaden, that's a good question, and thank you for the super chat. Back in the day, clutches used to be operated by a cable, and sometimes that cable could get sort of like kinked up, and that could cause problems. Most clutches today are hydraulic.
That's a good point.
There you go.
I did notice, and Juice Loosener has a really good point.
Yes.
That Zingers have the cream and frosting.
It's a double.
That is a very valid point.
And that's a good observation because I've never noticed that.
I didn't think of that.
All my years.
If you need frosting,
yes.
I mean, and who doesn't need frosting from time to time? So Adam Myers, Adam, thanks again. Adam's so great.
Yes, he is.
LOL, my wife wants to know how you knew vehicles weren't locked before you started your videos. We didn't.
We actually went there to just do a walk around, an exterior walk around. And then what I did was obviously, just like anybody else, I just tested it and the door opened. I mean, there's a review of a Corvette Grand Sport, a 2017 Corvette Grand Sport, totally unlocked.
And tell them what we did when we left.
We locked it up for them, made sure everything was closed. It's a liability. I'm shocked that people don't get in trouble for that because
we have not done that in a long time. But that was our guerrilla.
We don't need to anymore because many of the dealerships want us there when they're open.
Thank goodness.
Yes, I know. And we appreciate all the dealerships out there that support us.
You know what? I think our very first car that we filmed was at a car show. Wasn't it like an older car?
Oh, it was the Safety Harbor. It was a Morgan.
Oh.
Or an Austin Healey.
An Austin Healey. That's exactly what it was.
It was a small British sports car.
Yeah.
Might have been an MGB or an Austin Healey.
Okay. Yeah. That was the very first one. And I think that was the very first period on the channel.
Yeah, that was the early days. Early days. Thank you, Adam.
Thanks, Adam. And then Daniel Clifford on throttle.
On throttle. You know it. We do it here. That's how we do it.
Thank you so much, Daniel. And then Bio Bonilla or Bonilla.
Yes, thank you, Bio.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for that super chat. We appreciate you. You guys are so great with helping to support the channel. But the great news is that as things are opening up, our schedule is getting busy. But the reason why is we're using the super chat funds to travel to these events and to hopefully see a bunch of you.
Yeah.
How many people did we run into at the airports
over
the past 2 weeks?
So much fun.
I mean, it was awesome.
And we ran into one of our subscribers at Chick-fil-A who was so
nice.
I know.
Yes, there is a guy that works at he's a manager over at in Dallas at a Chick-fil-A that was so nice and accommodating.
So if you're watching, thank you so much. You just brightened our day.
Yes, definitely.
We were looking for lunch and the Panera was closed and the Chick-fil-A was closed. And he was really, really nice.
Frank,
Creechy's here as well. He super generous.
Creechy, hey Creechy, how's it going? Hey guys, love the videos because I care about snack storage. You think exactly how I do. What are your feelings about the Genesis G80 2.5 versus an Audi A6 45? I would say, the Genesis brings a lot of value. I do like the style of the G80. I have another G80 coming to the channel soon. So you would definitely need to take that car very serious before you just plop your money down on the Audi. So I recommend taking a serious look at it. I know you like the Genesis vehicles.
Yeah, they're very impressive.
And then we got Dan Zhang.
Hey, Dan, my dream car is a C8 Corvette. When do you think the price on the pre-owns will come down?
That's a great question, Dan. And a lot of people I know with my last review, if you have not seen that bright yellow C8 Corvette, when we talk about the prices, the MSRPs, there are some people, but for the most part, people are paying over sticker, which is keeping the prices of the used vehicles even higher than what the sticker was.
Right.
Here's the challenge. Not only are we in a pandemic situation where production has slowed down because of that, now we're slowing down production because of those super chip processors. So who knows what the whole outcome is going to be and how long it's going to take for supply to meet demand.
Right.
And that's what's driving this. And people are willing to pay $20,000, $30,000 more.
That's the crazy thing.
Here's an ironic thing. Chevrolet announced this statistic where they said the average Corvette buyer, their median income is now well over $100,000. Well, no kidding, because the Corvette costs more. Yeah, ridiculous. Geez. I think we need to scroll back up.
Thank you.
That was a great. Thank you, Dan. We really appreciate that.
And then Jaden says his 4 words are "We may never."
We may never know. That's right, Jaden. We may never know. Yes.
But no, we will definitely know when the prices are.
Thank you, Jaden.
And then we have someone here from Punjab, India. Let me see if I can say the name right. Sukhinder Singh. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Sukhinder. That's very, very wonderful of you.
Canada, and then joining us from India as well. I watch your videos. I love it. Presently, I'm in Canada, and I'm confused between the Challenger Scat Pack or the Mach 1.
That's a tough.
You're alone. That's
a tough call, man. If you want more of a vehicle that's going to handle the twisty bits really well, the Mach 1 is going to be the better way to go. If you want the purest of muscle car essence in the 21st century, the Challenger Scat Pack is the way to go. It really is.
And stay tuned for that because we actually have a really great review coming. What is it, next week?
Yes, on track, on throttle action.
At Texas Motor Speedway.
Yes, road course.
Guy ripped through the Challenger Scat Pack on a road course. So you definitely want to watch that.
I left a little bit of rubber on the
Maybe a little bit. Maybe. I'm not sure.
Great question.
And then Leon is here. Thank you so much, Leah. Top 10 bulges of 2020.
we need. That's a great idea, Leon.
Such a great idea.
Yeah, the biggest bulges of 2021.
We'll work on that.
I like that. We're going to get that together.
And then Benji, thank you, Benji. You're so sweet. Seriously, if anyone lives near and wants to meet at the Dragon, June 4th through 6th, message him on Insta at MK3 Benji with the J. No worries,
Benji. No apologies for that. That's really awesome of you to do.
You've done so much for the channel.
And you know what? We would want to go to that, but we're going to be in freaking Texas with Toyota.
We will definitely. Which
is the same dates.
Which you're not crying about because that's going to be a pretty great.
Yeah. So we're being invited by Texas to their headquarters. By Toyota to their headquarters.
Texas is inviting
me. Texas is going to give me the key to the city.
We have 3 trips coming up.
Yeah. So here's what we got coming up. We have next week. We are going to be at Laguna Seca. Guess what, guys? It's here. I hope you're listening. Brady's right. Anyways, we're going to be at Laguna Seca with Acura and the new Type S.
Yes,
the TLX Type S on Laguna Seca.
I don't know if he's going to leave, guys.
I may not.
If you don't hear from
but
him
if you've been waiting for the TLX, that's how it's coming.
Yeah.
Then 2 weeks after that, we're going to be in Montana with Nissan for the Pathfinder.
Yep.
Then 2 weeks after that, we're going to be in Texas at the headquarters, Toyota headquarters. So stay tuned for all of that.
A lot of great stuff.
Yes.
So thank you for that, Benji. And then Bayo Bonilla from Long Island.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Yes. Fellow New Yorkers in the house. What's your favorite or least favorite zonk? I'm in the market. What are your thoughts on the Aviator, Reserve? Love the videos.
You know what? I really actually like the Aviator. We have not been able to feature many Lincoln products. We're trying. The challenge is that the press fleet vehicles, there's not a lot of Lincolns in the press fleet for Florida, and there's no Lincoln dealerships that have given us access. So it's one of those things. It's hard to get to them. When it comes to zonks, I think probably, certain vehicles like the Trailblazer, when I first saw it, I did zonk it quite a bit. But the Aviator, though, what I've seen, it is a really, really nice vehicle.
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
And then we've got Jaden here. Difference between a Bentley and a Rolls-Royce?
Real simple, Jaden. One is owned by one manufacturer, the other by the opposite. So you got Rolls-Royce is BMW, is owned by BMW. Bentley is owned by Volkswagen Auto Group.
Okay.
And very, very similar, but still very different. We have a Rolls-Royce coming tomorrow. Rolls-Royce Ghost.
Gosh, that's the one in the picture on the thumbnail.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Wasim Saeed, what would you like to see from the next generation Mazda 6? Thank you, Wasim.
Thank you for that super chat, Wasim. I'm going to probably say the way that I saw the pictures makes me very happy. A straight 6 turbocharged or twin turbocharged rear-wheel drive sedan. I think that would be on the money. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of hybrid or EVs Mazda is going to have. They do have an announcement of their first EV SUV coming soon. So it's going to be interesting, but that's what I want to see from the Mazda 6.
Same here. Roy Morgan, thanks, Roy. You two are one of the nicest couples, make great videos, watch you all over a year. Love the Twinkies. I'm from Alabama. Thanks, Roy.
Thanks, Roy. We really appreciate you having here. And I really, honestly, truly believe that we have the best fans on YouTube.
I completely agree.
So thank you to all of you for your great support.
It's so much fun to read the comments.
Yes.
You guys are so supportive. Miggs is here. I'm in the market for a Mustang GT, and I'm stuck in the position of either getting a current S55 550.
Yeah.
Sorry, I guess
S550.
far away. Or just wait for a new redesign that's supposed to come out sooner. Love the vids, man. Keep it up. I could see that, Miggs.
Yes.
In all caps.
Yes. Thanks, Miggs, for your question. I'm a firm believer that if you are ready to pull the trigger, there's no better time than now if you could find one. Inventories are very low. I think the car is still amazing. And you just don't know what the next generation is going to be.
Waiting for a redesign.
It's hard.
I like it.
There's so many people waiting for the new WRX and the new STI. And what I've seen so far in the spy shots and the camouflage and all that, it's nothing inspiring. Right. I'm not inspired.
I completely
Great question, Miggs. But I would jump on it now, man.
Yeah,
who knows how long these V8s are going to be around?
Yeah, you just don't know. Yeah. You just don't know. And then Sukinder Singh is back. Thank you, Sukinder. And he says, thanks and bless you guys.
Bless you as well.
Same to you.
Have a blessed week.
Yes. And then we have
Ricky Sapien.
He's here from California. I can't wait for you guys to come to Cali. Still waiting on your Corvette Z06, Lori. It'll complete the garage. Boy, will it.
Yes.
Although I have to say that Snazberry.
Oh, they don't know about that, really.
No, sorry, never mind.
So we just got a late addition to the press fleet vehicles. We only had it for 2 days. It's a Snazberry Wrangler Rubicon 392.
And boy,
so stay tuned.
Good in the
it's Snazberry, yeah. It's great. And that power, holy God.
But I'm with you, Ricky. Corvette Z06.
Yes, that would be. And we're coming to California. If the LA Auto Show is happening in November, we will be there.
That's right. And Joshua Flagg, what are your thoughts on the 2022 Toyota 86?
Great question, Joshua. Thanks for the super chat. I actually like it. I think that, it would be nice if it had a turbocharger. I actually think if it had 250 naturally aspirated horsepower, that would be the perfect sweet spot. But the fact that it's still rear-wheel drive, manual transmission available, and it does have a little bit more horsepower than the BRZ, which is kind of fun.
Yeah, that is really fun. Okay, so
we can answer everybody else's questions now. So What do we got?
So we have Slap Happy 32, CT4V Blackwing, or the Lexus IS F Sport.
Blackwing. That's all.
Wow.
As much as I like that F Sport performance, let's be honest, they could have done a little bit more. They should have made it a true F car. There is a faster one coming, more performance, but we have to wait and see. But that Blackwing, I'm telling you right now, manual transmission, rear-wheel drive.
We should be getting behind the wheel of that.
Yes.
Very, very
And then somebody else had a question about that too. There was a guy named Frank that asked when we're going to drive the Blackwing. We have Cadillac's attention. There's a wonderful person. Her name is Megan. She is going to be inviting us over the summertime. Don't know exactly what month to drive the new Blackwings. CT4V Blackwing and the 5V Blackwing. Yes.
Definitely.
TJ's back.
TJ, hypothetically, what changes would need to be made for a track-focused Challenger?
You know, it's interesting because if you watch my Cinnamon Stick Scat Pack wide body Challenger that had all the HRE goodies, the springs, the control arms, all that kind of stuff, I think that one really handled well. What they really need is a whole new chassis. Let's face it, the chassis that the Challenger and the Charger sits on goes back to the early 2000s. And when I say early 2000s, I'm talking about like 2002. If you get a new chassis, you could shed the weight. If that car was able to shed 400 pounds off the chassis, even if you kept the horsepower the same, watch out. Look at the Camaro. The Alpha chassis just turned it even more lethal. It was already lethal.
It's pretty lethal.
And the Alpha chassis makes it even more lethal. I'm going crazy here.
Yes, that was apparently
I'm very passionate.
Question, TJ.
I don't know if you guys know that. I'm very passionate.
Nobody knew that until just now.
And I'm loud.
And so thank you for that question.
Yes.
Great question.
Shave. They need a shave weight.
Yep. Jordan Greenwald's here. Been watching your videos since 2018. My wife is looking for a new car, and we're torn between the CX-5 and the Bronco Sport.
CX-5.
CX-5.
That's all, as fast as I could get those words out of my mouth, the Bronco Sport is great.
CX-5.
I personally, I love driving the CX-5 too. See, that's another thing. It's like it's a good looking SUV for the most part, but it's also nice to drive, and that's where you're going to be spending all the time.
Yeah.
CX-5.
Yep.
More room.
Yep. Yeah. Nicer touches.
Oh God, nice touches. Yeah.
Miggs, thank you so much, Miggs. And he said, thanks for answering earlier. Last question. You don't have to have the last one, not at all. For the S550 Mustang GT, what did you enjoy driving more, 6-speed or 100-speed auto? Does the auto rev match really feel as great as it sounds? You know,
it really depends on what you want. I haven't had any issues with the Getrag driving any of the Presley vehicles or anything at Walker Ford. We did do the GT350 track attack, and I was there for the second day where we took on the track a Mustang GT with the 6-speed Getrag. If you could swing the price, go Mach 1, you're going to get the Tremec, and the Tremec is that much better. If you're looking, though, for the straight line performance, the 10-speed is unbeatable. If you're taking it to the drag strip and not to the road course, 10-speed is unbeatable, but that's just I'm going 6-speed. That's just me.
Kumar TV says.
Yes.
See you on May 2nd.
I hope so. I hope so, Kumar. He's been pushing so hard for us to hit that 500. Now
Kumar.
we're going for 1 million. So
if you just tuned in this Sunday, May 2nd, Walker Ford, be
10
there
to
for a
12
big
a.m.
celebration. Not only is it a car gathering, but also there will be a drawing.
Yes, Dave. Yeah,
it's going to be exciting.
TVs. We got tons of giveaways. Get gas cars, the whole 9 yards.
Somebody's going to walk away with a TV.
You could watch. Yes, a full.
That's a good reason.
LED smart TV to watch Raity's rides on. And if you're wondering, well, what about us that can't come? Next month we're doing the same giveaways.
Yes.
So we'll have a TV for you to win.
Yes.
Got to be here, and you got to register your email at raitiesrides.com. No apostrophe. And if you already registered your email, you already got it. It's already in.
All you have to do is decide what flavor of Twinkies you're going to get. Somebody was saying that the banana Twinkies are really good.
We saw those cotton candy ones.
Yeah, I felt like my teeth would hurt. Steven, who happens to be from
Tampa. And the way that we know that is that's his actual username. That's smart.
Steven. Thoughts on the Tesla Plaid Model S going faster than the McLaren 765 LT, 0 to 60 1/4 mile? Like, really?
Listen, we're never give up the fight. Because if you think that an internal combustion engine is going to be able to blow the doors off of an electric vehicle like that Plaid Model S, it's nearly impossible. Now, the Porsche 911 Turbo S that we featured here on Raiti's Rides is currently the fastest 0 to 60 production car that I'm aware of. Now, I haven't seen it tested against the Model S, the Plaid, but we got to draw, for me, we got to draw a line eventually. Fast is great, but if it has no soul, I don't want anything to do with it. I'll review it for you guys. We'll have some on-throttle fun. I got to have the sound. I got to have the sound. It's that simple.
Yeah. I don't think you're okay.
And if you came up to me and said, hey, Joe, do you want this? This is how, I don't know if any of you
talk
like this.
Talking
yeah. Like, hey, Joe, if you could choose, I'm going to give you one of these two cars. I got a Tesla Plaid Model S, which I think is a stupid name, by the way. Or I got this McLaren 765 LT. Which one do you want? I'm going McLaren, okay? I'm going McLaren over and over and over again. So I hope I'm not insulting anybody that's a big Tesla fan. That's not my point. You choose whatever car you want, but for this guy right here wearing this shirt, I'm going internal combustion engine.
I think it's a lot about knowing what you want, and the only way to know what you want is to
drive
go to the buffet
vehicles,
and taste all the different food, right?
Yeah.
So you got to get out there and test drive as much as you can. And then, okay, so we've got Frank here. So thank you, Stephen from Tampa. That was a really awesome question.
I got all amped up.
And then you've been doing that a little bit.
I know.
Right? I don't think that
I'm
was the first
passionate.
time. You are. Frank, thank you, Frank. Good evening, guys. I really enjoy your videos. Is there any news on an 11th gen Accord?
They are working on it. It's not, I don't think it's going to be here for 2022, guys. We got a 2022 Civic coming up. I don't think the Accord is going to come out the same year. That's stupid marketing. That would be stupid product planning. So I think that an Accord redesign 11th gen is going to be something like 2023.
That would make sense.
So that's but the Civic is coming 2022. So.
Yep. And then thank you so much for that, Frank. And Mr. Jay-Z, hey, Mr. Joe, Mr. Jay-Z back again.
Thanks, Mr. Jay-Z.
Keep up the great work. Can't wait for you to review an Aventador soon or later on Throttle.
Yes, I am looking forward to some type of Aventador. I'll even settle for a Murcielago. And definitely would be very happy for a Diablo or a Countach.
That would be nice.
Yes.
That would be very, very nice. All right. So, sorry. We do have a couple more. Carl, thank you, Carl.
Thank you for that. Listen, your guys' generosity is ridiculous. We love you and appreciate you. Thank you, Carl, for that. We definitely are going to be using that to go to the New York Auto Show in August.
Which is scheduled.
It's on the schedule. And we just registered our hotel room. So August, please let there be a freaking auto show.
There is a scheduled press day, so we should be able to get access.
I want to go to an auto show.
Like this, elbowing through masses of people. All right, so Creegee is back. Thank you. I'm in Sarasota where prices are jacked up and the dealers are stingy.
Yes.
That's just like if you were to do like a really bad slogan, that would be it. Is it better in the Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater area, Orlando, somewhere else in Florida?
You know, it all really depends on what brands you're looking at. Yep. You know, we do have in the Clearwater area some great dealerships that are very willing to work with you and are not there to, rake you over the coals. But there's other brands where they will do it. So it just really depends. We've had great success even before we started the channel, finding some really wonderful dealerships. Definitely want to check it out here, though, depending on what brand you're looking for.
Okay.
Thank you for the super chat.
And then Jesus, thank you, Jesus Oliveras for being here. Or Jesus, yes, depending.
Jesus or Jesus.
Or just thank you, Jesus.
Yes,
I might have just been
saying
that. Hey guys, after a massive year in the stock market, I wanted to treat myself.
Nice.
Should I buy a TRX with the markup, or should I get a Rebel and a Rebel Scat Pack?
If you go Rebel and Scat Pack, you're getting one heck of a hashtag Mopar Dream Garage. I mean, the TRX is really that badass. But I'm not really a big fan of paying more for something than what you have to.
Yeah. TRX is pretty great, but I'm not as familiar with the Rebel and Scat Pack.
It's based, so the Rebel is the 1500.
Right.
It's an off-road edition. Just doesn't have the supercharge.
Like the fit and finish on the interior.
No, the interiors are all the same.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good with that.
The TRX has all of that Alcantara and
fibers. All right. Well, you could get some of that in the Rebel. Okay. Just not as much. How about that? Okay. But he's also looking at a Scat Pack.
I mean, yeah, that's going to make a big difference.
I personally would go for the two vehicles. Two is better than one.
And here's my other question. Are you going to have to wait for a TRX?
Yeah, that's another thing.
I guess it just depends on when.
I personally would go for it, but if you want the most unique, craziest truck, TRX is where it's at right now, but also depends on how much the markup is.
Yeah.
I'm not paying 20 grand over.
Ouch.
No.
It's a great truck, but I'm not sure about that. Next Level 21.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you so much for both of you. And Next Level here. What do you think about the new Genesis GV70 Sport?
I'm excited to see it in person. I think styling-wise, Genesis is really starting to tap into some really nice styling. Even with their massive grills, they still look good, which is kind of nice. So we'll definitely be bringing it to you once we get our hands on one.
I just want to echo Jacob, yes, who is our wonderful moderator.
We got Jacob DeWitt with the moderating.
Just reminding everybody, don't spam, because spamming gets you
zonked. That's going to put you in timeout or get you thrown out of here.
Yeah.
So please don't spam. We're going to try to get to as many questions as we can.
But spamming gets you zonked, and you don't want to get
like
zonked.
Right now, I'm going to answer Danny Alex's question. When is the Grand Cherokee L coming out? Probably not until sometime during the summer. So stay tuned for that.
And then Kumar TV, will you guys be bringing the ZL1 or the GT350 on May 2nd?
Well, we flipped some coins, we spun some bottles, and the Camaro won. So the Camaro ZL1 1LE will be at Walker Ford. Love to show it to you.
Beautiful.
If you could be there.
Shiny ruby red. Yes. TJ, so will we ever see you two sponsored by Hostess?
TJ, that would be awesome. And Lori's actually reached out to Hostess, and we have not gotten any response yet.
I don't know why. I just thought they might know that we talk about their product.
It'd be nice if anybody out there knows anybody at Hostess Corporate.
But no, we are not sponsored by Hostess.
We're not sponsored by anybody, guys. Nope. You know, the super chats and you guys watching the ads, that's how we're able to do what we do, because I made a promise to you. We made a promise to you that we are not going to do infomercials in our reviews. We don't have product placement. I'm not here to talk about my watch or what underwear I'm wearing today. I'm here to talk to you about the cars. And the dealerships that we go to do not pay us. Now, I know that may sound crazy. Like, Joe, why wouldn't you want them to pay you? The reason why is I don't want anybody to control what comes out of my mouth. The things that you hear, some crazy things. The things you hear that I say is because I want to say them, not because somebody's paying me to say them.
Yeah.
And I'm not wearing some dealership shirt. Raiti's rides. That's who I am.
That's right.
I'm getting passionate again.
Yes.
I need a sip of water.
TJ, you're asking all the
I know, he's helping me out.
Man.
I'm ready to fight.
Okay, so we have another super chat here. Hold on, let me scroll. David Wilkerson. Hey, David, I made it. Hi, Joe and Lori. Sorry I'm late. David, we're so glad you're here.
David, it's better to be late than never. And the great news is here in the live Q&As, there's no detention and there's no referrals like maybe you would have got in my classroom if you were late all the time.
All right, so we're scrolling down.
And Ken, thank you again for that very generous super chat.
Ken will be there on Sunday.
Yes, he will.
Sunday. And so you'll get to see Wild Cherry in person, which is
right.
Great. All right, so Jaden is back. Why are most cars manual in the 20s through the 80s?
Good question, Jaden. The reason why is that automatic technology, first of all, in the 1920s, the automatic technology really wasn't readily available, but automatic transmissions used to be slow. That used to be the slow choice. That used to be the non-performance choice. They were heavy.
Yep.
They were sluggish.
Well, the technology
more parts. They failed more.
Yep.
Manual transmissions is where they were at, and that's why there's been a shift. And believe it or not, manual transmissions were still pretty prominent even into the 90s.
Yeah.
And here's a little piece of fun Jeopardy information. If you're ever on Jeopardy and the question is, what car does 70% of buyers opt for the manual transmission? Do you know the answer?
No.
The Porsche 911 GT3.
Oh, I wasn't going to guess that.
Buyers who purchased the Porsche 911 GT3, 70% checked off the box for a manual transmission.
That's really interesting.
Instead of the faster 7-speed PDK.
That is really, really interesting.
Yep. Thank you.
Bio Bonilla is back. Thoughts on the new AMG 53 and 65 Coupes worth the money? Thank you, Bio.
Well, I think that is your favorite word.
Well, that's true.
The coupes. Yes, thank you. The coupes.
Do love coupe.
I think, it's hard to say if it's, yes, you do. So they're shaped like that too.
Kind of like a,
it's hard to say if it's worth the money, because obviously they're pretty pricey, but if you're looking for the ultimate in a very unique AMG SUV experience, I think that's the way to go.
Completely agree.
Who we have next?
Those things are surprising. Sorben 87 TJK. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the super chat, Sorben.
If you were looking to lease a car, what would you pick out of these vehicles? The Volvo CX60 T5 Inscription.
I know which one you would.
Oh wow! Already? I haven't read
I know.
You just know.
I would go with the BMW X3. I feel happiest with that. Second would be the Audi Q5.
Okay.
Those are my two top.
Okay. All right.
Thank you for the super chat.
And Roy, thank you, Roy. Here's another $5. You don't need sponsorship.
Well, thank you, Roy. We really appreciate you. And you're right. We don't want to go down that route because then it just muddies the channel.
We considered it, and it was just not a pleasant experience.
It's not a pleasant experience.
Yeah. All right. So
are we caught up again?
Super chats.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What else we got? Would you like?
Sorry, go ahead.
I saw a question there. Would you like Chevy 2020? I don't even know what that question means.
Yeah.
Bronco or Jeep? Right now, I'm on the Jeep side of things. After doing the 4xe, which I'm telling you, if you haven't seen that review, you're on drugs because it's really, really good. We drive it in water. We drive it on the side of a mountain. Lori's sitting there,
I'm like
holding her breath.
I mean, it was
intense.
It was a little
And
intense.
I actually was pretty impressed with the technology, the way that you're able to have that e-save feature, full EV mode, very good.
And Drew is debating. Drew W.
If
I should get a 2021 Tacoma.
If you want one of the most reliable midsize trucks, that's the one to go with. I mean, that is one of the most reliable trucks, period. Okay,
and then TJ, how does Genesis provide similar quality as the Germans, but for a much lower price?
It's all about
TJ.
Thank you, TJ. It's all about sourcing your materials. Also, if you notice, there are certain things where Genesis is able to cut back on, and it's not in noticeable areas. The next time you're in a Genesis, really feel all the area, the door panels, the dash. Some of the material is actually on the cheaper side, but you don't notice it because they kind of hide it in there really well.
Really good job. Very crafty.
Yes.
And then Creechy's back. Thanks, Creechy. What's the strangest, most obscure car you've reviewed or driven?
I would probably have to say when we reviewed that DeLorean was pretty obscure.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, a twin turbo Mustang may not sound obscure, but this Mustang does the quarter mile in 6.7 seconds at 201 miles an hour. That was
different.
That was definitely different.
Are there any that you would like to? I think there was a lot.
I'm game to open it to review anything. I think it was fun when I reviewed that Ford Explorer police cruiser.
That was
a great review. But I'm game to review anything. If it's got 4 wheels and a motor, bring it on.
That's right. Carl, thank you, Carl. Missed a comment on my last super chat. Hope this helps keep you on the road. We all love you and appreciate what you do every day. Thanks, Carl.
Thank you, Carl. You're really, really great. And your generosity is really wonderful. And it's great to have you here. It really is. It means a lot.
Fallen Angel wants to know, what's your dream car?
Ferrari F40.
There you go.
There you go. So we got a question from Eagle. Suburban 2020 or 2021? I would go with the new Suburban. Totally redesigned. I would go that way.
Shane Luckett. Hey, y'all. Love you both. 2022 Honda HRV on the channel soon.
Hopefully, that really hasn't even been released by Honda yet to the media yet. So stay tuned because we will be getting the media version first, the media event, and then we'll bring it more to you. So stay tuned for that.
Okay.
I see another question right off the top of my head. Smoke tires, not drugs. I love that username. Camaro LT1 manual or UC7 Stingray manual as well. I personally would, if you could find a C7 with low miles, I would go with the Stingray. I mean, the C7 is the last of the front engine Corvettes. That's it. And the last of the manual Corvettes.
Real quick before we get to that one, Ryan Durbin wants to know, what are your thoughts on Infiniti? His dad's 2012 G25X is approaching 100,000 miles and runs well.
Can you read that again?
What are your thoughts on Infiniti? His dad's car is getting old.
It's interesting. Infiniti has definitely changed from where they've come from. I need to see a little bit more change before I'm ready to say, hey, go buy it right away.
Yeah.
To be honest.
There's definitely some changes happening, which is nice to see. And Justin Oates. Justin, thank you. You guys visited Nissan headquarters to showcase the 400Z. Will you guys be able to review the 2022 Nissan GT-R in Stealth Gray? Thanks, Lori, for your hard work. Thanks, Justin.
Yes, thank you for giving Lori a shout out. She deserves it. She is the hardest working videographer. We work in some pretty hot,
it's intense.
miserable
you guys, my shoes are situations.
From the Jeep I know the cactus.
There's cactus needles.
Yes,
like all through this. So
it's crazy.
I'm surprised it didn't hit my foot. Anyway, thank you.
But Justin, we are going to work with. There's a guy by the name of Steve who works for Nissan. He's part of the PR department. He is promising us that eventually.
And every time we see him, we say hi.
So Steve. We're working on it. I say 3 letters. I'm like GTR, please.
So we are definitely working on it. Leon, in your opinion, what's the best price point segment for that a car should have to have heated, ventilated seats, steering wheel, rear USB, passenger adjustable seats, etc.?
I think any vehicle that's $40,000 or more should have those things. 40,000.
Yeah, I agree.
And I know that, like, we did that BMW M550i review recently, and I know that in that vehicle it did not have ventilated seats, and it was almost $100,000. And there were a lot of people saying, well, it's an option. That's ridiculous that a vehicle that costs almost $100,000 does not have ventilated seats.
Like standard.
Yeah, that's why I got a Zonk.
I still really like that car.
Yes, you did like that,
really
Carla.
like that.
I know, yes, you did. Kenton. He's coming Sunday. He's got that Mustang GT California Special convertible.
Yeah, you got to bring that. Excited to see you guys on Sunday. Thoughts about the X30 X Drive 30E?
I have not driven the 30E yet, but if it's anything like a regular X Drive, it should be pretty good overall. I'm going to get with Reeves BMW and get one of those lockdown Kenton, since you brought it up. So thank you for bringing that up. Thank you for the super chat, and I'll see you on Sunday. And then Fest Day. Thank you, Fest. Love the videos, specifically consistent format. And we were just talking about that. Yeah,
Thanks for saying that. What do you think of button gear shifters? I zonk them, but I'm afraid the handle gear shifters are disappearing.
You know, the button shifters are tricky because having them on the steering wheel, where you might accidentally bump in them.
Something,
that's, you know, I'm not even a big fan of the paddles mounted to a steering wheel. I'd rather have the paddles mounted to the steering column. But I'm not game for that. So I would probably zonk it if it had buttons on the steering wheel.
Yeah. I don't disagree. Okay, let me scroll down. Thanks, Fest Day. And then AB's Garage. Happy 7-liter day.
Yes.
No replacements for displacement, although I prefer my 5.2 liter. I can't wait to bring the GT350 out to an event on Sunday. Oh, he's coming.
Yes, he's coming on Sunday, and definitely
bringing a group of friends. It's going to be fun. Yes, it is. Beautiful weekend.
And he just hit 1,000 subscribers on his channel, so definitely wish him congratulations.
Yeah, congrats. Definitely bring your friends. It's going to be a great.
Yes, it's going to be a great time, and hey, more Shelby GT350s.
You can't have too many.
Yeah, can't have too many.
And then Creechy is back. What cameras do you guys use for your videos, and what is your preferred editing software? Well, we use a Sony A7 III.
A7 III, yeah.
As far as editing software, you know, we use
iMovie.
Yeah,
that's it. We keep it simple. And it gets the job done.
Yeah.
But we are trying to upgrade to that next.
Constantly upgrading.
Sony.
When you think about technology, you're always upgrading.
We got those new GoPro 9s finally.
Yeah. And so it's like it takes a little bit of time because we've got to, you know, readjust some of our rhythm because of the comment that A-Fest has, or Fest A, that we're very consistent. So we have a rhythm. That's how we're able to pump out so much.
Consistency. And that's how I was in the classroom. Consistency.
So thank you, Creechy, for that.
Yes.
And then Justin Oates, me again. Will Lori get track lessons? Will you guys do a track day at the GT350R versus ZL1? Joe, buy Lori some new shoes. Yes, he has my shoes, actually.
Yes.
He took them from me.
Yes. So Justin, Lori actually has track experience. When did you get track experience?
Well, you know, one of the first ones was when we actually went out to Utah.
Yes.
Motorsports Park.
Yes, we were at Miller Motorsports Park. Yep. Lori, because she bought herself a Focus ST, went to the Octane Academy. And I'm telling you, she took to it like a fish takes the water.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was
crossing is the blast.
Yeah, you did great on. Another thing that she did really great on was they teach you these great skills and drills where you pull the e-brake and you slide the car into a parking spot.
I want to be able to do
that. You did awesome on that.
That's so much fun. So thank you for that.
And we are going to be bringing more content with the GT350 and the ZL1.
Yes.
Stay tuned for that.
It's just we've been
we literally the last 2 weeks, guys, we were home for a total of 3 days. And one of those days we had a film.
Yeah, we were working that whole time.
Yeah. But we don't mind.
Obviously we love it. I mean, it's your passion, right? I mean, it's both of our passions. So Wasim is here. What would be your top 3 SUVs you'd use for a cross-country road trip? # on throttle. I love that, Wasim.
Wasim, I would say probably off the top of my head, number 1 would be the Yukon Denali.
Oh, yes.
Yukon Denali.
Yes.
A Cadillac Escalade would be very, very comfortable. I actually thought the GV80.
I would agree with that.
You know, for a little bit smaller SUV.
It's nice, comfortable.
Yeah. But those are my top 3.
Definitely. Great questions, you guys. TJ is back. Fatter or skinnier sidewall for track use?
Well, TJ, if you have a standard street vehicle, you're going to want a lower profile tire. If you're running some type of like prototype race car, a formula style car, sometimes you go with a smaller wheel and a little bit taller tire. But for the most part, you're going to want that lower, but not too low. Just because you have a 25 series rubber band around your wheel doesn't mean it's going to handle better. There's a lot of variables there.
That's a really good point. Okay, so Jimmy George, will you be reviewing the new Kia Sportage?
Of course, we will. We have that on our list. As soon as it comes out and is available, we will be on it. Tom Fitz, you're waiting for the TLX Type S. Guess what? We're going to Laguna Seca next week to drive it, so stay tuned for that.
Heck yeah, and Eric is here.
Eric, hey Eric, how's it going, man?
So glad you can make it. He says, hey guys, glad I can make it. Lori, congrats on the Mini Cooper. And Joe, I hope the ZL1 is delivering a plethora
the cornucopia
of smiles per gallon. Heck yeah. The next time you're in NC, I hope to be able to come meet you guys. Yes, absolutely. I'm in the Fayetteville area.
Okay, perfect. Yes.
And then we seem to be going to North Carolina.
A lot.
So hopefully we make that happen again soon.
And thank you, Eric, for that. And I hope all is well and things are back on the straight and narrow.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so Fallen Angel wants to know this question. What car do you prefer, electric or gas?
Easy. Fuel.
Okay. And
gas.
Petrol. Migs wants to know when will GM go completely green and discontinue the Camaro?
Well, GM has announced that they're going to go completely green. I believe the year is 2030, but I think the Camaro is going to meet its demise sooner than that. You're probably looking, they extended it 1 year to 2023 will be the last year of the Camaro.
And Tom Fitz wants to know, he's waiting for the Type S TLX. Oh, you already did. Oh gosh, I knew you did.
Yeah.
I was having deja vu and I wasn't sure why. Jacob, our trusty moderator.
Jacob, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for moderating.
That's a really great question. I love this question.
Here's what I like about Jacob's amount, though. The $5.55, 555. That's a sponsorship on the Super Rally cars.
I know. That's perfect.
Yes, Jacob. I totally detail my own cars. I enjoy even detailing your own car.
So, a lot of times people like to take a walk for meditation. Some of you might even actually sit in meditation. When Joe is in his happy place, he is outside
sweating,
detailing cars. That's what he does.
And he wants to know what kind of products do I use. I love Chemical Guys. I love McGuire's products. I go for the easier stuff to use just because I do it so often.
Yep.
It's not like I gotta go too crazy with it, but I do all the detailing myself, and I love doing it.
When you were in college, didn't you used to detail for a little extra cash?
Well, no, that was in high school.
High school.
So when I worked at Cash and Carry as a bagger, people saw how clean my car was, and they're like, "Hey, would you detail my car?" And I said, "Well, how much would you pay me?" And we figured out a price. And on days that I was off from bagging, I wasn't a bagger. I bagged for like 3 days, and then I'm like, I got to get the hell out of here. When I was a stock person, if I wasn't working, I would be detailing cars.
Yeah, that's a great way to make a little extra money.
That's how I was able to buy a Corvette at 17 years old.
Place. I know. But you haven't seen that. You need to see that video. We have a video on that. Steve is in the house. Hello, Mr. Joe and Mrs. Joe. I totally read that wrong. Philadelphia, PA loves your channel. I don't know why I totally read that wrong.
It's all right. I saw the same thing.
But Philadelphia's in the house.
Nice, Philly.
All right.
City of brotherly love.
That's right. Yeah. Thank you so much, Steve. And then Matthew Thomas is here. Love your Mustang videos. Great video stuff, Lori. Thanks, Matthew.
Thank you, Matthew. We really appreciate you, and it's great to have you here. We got is that JCS? He's saying hi from Canada.
Oh, wow.
We love our Canadians.
Yes. We really hope to get there very, very soon.
Larry has a great question. I actually used to wonder this question for a very long time. Larry says, why do some cars place the brake calipers at the front of the rotor and others at the rear? A lot of times it's packaging. It's how the suspension, what type of suspension is being used, what size wheel and tire is being used. There really isn't an advantage or disadvantage because I've seen race cars. Some of them have the calipers on the front. Some of them have the calipers on the rear. It just really comes down to a packaging standpoint.
Okay, that's a really good point. DocuSign account SLU Generic is buying a Hellcat.
Congratulations, and that's one heck of a name there.
I know, right? And then Kevin Navas says, Lori, thank you for capturing the great videos. You're welcome, Kevin. Thanks for saying that.
Yeah, she does awesome.
Also, do you guys think Mazda will ever release an RX concept or something similar?
I don't think so. I think they just teased us, and I don't think that's ever going to come to fruition. Sort of like they kept saying that there was going to be a new like RX-7 or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's never. It'll be an electric vehicle, and at that point, I'm like, who cares?
James Acosta wants to know 2022 Nissan Frontier. What do we think?
I'm liking it so far. I know it looks from the side a lot like a Toyota Tacoma, but I guess imitation is the greatest form of flattery. I'm looking forward to driving it, and it's definitely a step in the right direction.
I really like the interior.
Yeah, I know you did.
Surprised by that. Okay, what else do we have here?
James, he also asked about the Pathfinder. So he asked about the Frontier and I like the Pathfinder too. I'm so glad they got rid of the CVT.
Well, and James, as you already know, coming up later this month, May. Yeah, May. We're going out to film the Pathfinder. Yeah. So we'll get that and give you a lot clearer picture of what we think after that too. We'll get a chance to drive it, which will be great. Much love from Minneapolis. Love your channel. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Justin.
I love V8 Rumbles actually giving you a shout out. Thanks for the good camera quality. And then they're asking, do we prefer the Ford Raptor or the Dodge TRX? If I was going to drop the money right now, I'd actually get a TRX. It's just, I don't know why. Every time I'm in a Mopar product and it's got a big old V8, it puts the freaking biggest smile on my face. As much as I love the Raptor,
like giggling. It's
really
funny.
Wait until you see the Wrangler 392 video. I found this random open field, just a freaking drive-through on throttle.
This is crazy. Ron Gurtiza, thank you, Ron. Hey, Joe and Lori, I'm thinking of buying a Challenger Hellcat, preferably the red eye. Is there going to be a refresh?
Ron, that's a great question. First of all, first of all, thank you for the super chat. Second of all, great choice of direction and car. I think eventually there's going to be a redesign, and I think the reason why we haven't seen it yet is because I'm thinking that the next one's going to be pretty drastic, because the president of Dodge has already said that V8s are going to be a thing of the past, and we're going to be looking at hybrid technology. So would you be happy with a Hellcat with a V6 and electric motors?
It's going to be interesting.
I'm sure it'll be fast, but it's a V6.
It's going to be fast. Interesting.
Blow my doors off, I'm sure.
Sam Sadai, thanks, Sam. Hey, Joe and Lori, love your reviews. I just got a 2021 GLC 300. I'm in love with it. I sense you don't love it. Why?
I like the GLC 300. It just, for me, I don't know. There's a few things on the interior that don't make my heart pitter patter that much.
Such as?
It's still a great vehicle. Just some of the finishes.
Okay, sure.
Where the buttons are, how complicated it is to navigate through everything.
Sure.
That kind of stuff. I'm not against it. I mean, it's not like I want to set it on fire or something.
But that's a great question. And more importantly, what matters is that you are in love with it.
Yes.
Right? It's kind of
Who cares what I say?
Right.
Really.
Seriously, it's kind of like ice cream. Yeah. Right? It's like chocolate, vanilla. They're both,
They're both great.
Yeah. And there are some times where I don't
want vanilla.
Yeah. Or I might not want strawberry and I want chocolate. Whatever.
Or want some froyo.
That's what matters. And that's one of the things I always love that you say. Get the cart. Yes, froyo. Frozen yogurt.
Yes.
We'll just leave it at that. All right, so Bio is back.
Wait, what are you going to say? Get the car?
No, just whenever you're walking away from the car, if you turn around and look at it, you got the right one.
Yes, exactly.
That's how I feel about my car. Not everybody's going to love a Mini Cooper S convertible.
And who cares?
Yeah, and manual too.
And that's why a lot of times people are like, how come you keep asking these questions and you don't really answer them in the videos? It's an essential question. It's made for you to answer. You watch the video. I give you the information. You make up your mind. It's your money.
So if the question is it worth it, then that's up to you to decide, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I love those essential questions.
Exactly. That's how I taught 18 years.
Yeah,
that's how I taught essential questions.
All right. So Bio says, when you come to the New York Auto Show, will you have a booth set up with shirts and maybe some Twinkies for sale? Lori, what size are your sneakers? Are you in sneakers? LOL. We will not have a booth because we are going to be busting our humps filming as much as we can.
But we will be the next day walking around, and if you walk into us, please stop us and say hi.
Please, definitely. We were thinking about doing a meetup, but with COVID, we decided.
Right now, it's really. I'm just hoping that it happens.
Yeah, fingers crossed it happens.
Because I'm about not having an auto show. I feel like I'm about to go into withdrawals.
I know. But this Sunday we do have a car gathering, so that should happen. TJ is back. If you don't want to set the GLC on fire, then what car would you set on fire? First of all, we're not setting
anything on fire.
But which one is your biggest zonk, I guess, that you don't like?
It's tough. I mean, I'm not really the biggest fan of the Trail. I don't really like the Trailblazer, even though it's selling really well. I don't know. You know, it's.
Here's the thing about Joe that you guys probably already know. There's not really a car that he doesn't like or have some sort of.
Yeah, I like it a little. Yeah, I can appreciate why somebody would want any kind of vehicle. I never say this car is a piece of crap or whatever. But the reason why I'm kind of hell bent on the Trailblazer is because I felt like that was the perfect opportunity.
Yes.
It was on a silver platter for Chevrolet to make a vehicle to go up against the Bronco and to go up against the Jeep Wrangler. And what did they do? They made a vehicle that didn't make sense because they already got plenty of small SUVs. We don't need any more small SUVs. So that's why.
Yes. There's that passion again. TJ knows how to push those buttons. Kenton is here. Thanks, Kenton. 2022 Ferrari. I don't know how
that's the SUV that's coming out. That should be out later this year, probably like fourth quarter, and hopefully Tampa Bay Ferrari we will be reviewing it.
We will definitely be reviewing it at some point. So great question. Creechy, what's your favorite track that you've ever driven?
I would have to say when I used to race cars, Road America in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. One of the most scenic, most beautiful racetracks in the whole entire world. Wow. It's a little over 4 miles long, one lap, and it's like you're going on a journey.
Oh, that's
every lap.
Although I'd just be holding on to those old crap handles.
Yes.
So and my eyes are just closed, so I wouldn't be able to see much of it. But that sounds great.
Yes.
Brandon Garcia, Jag F Type or
RS5. I would go RS5.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yes.
Justin, thank you. Lori's awesome. Lori, can you please do a review of the ZL1? How do you pick the winner for the TV? No, I will not do a review of the ZL1, but thank you for asking. Guys, in front of the camera, I would just.
She loves working the camera. Trust me, it would be the worst review because I would be operating the camera and I suck.
And then I would just get mad, and you don't want to see that. But I will definitely. We are going to be taking that ZL1 out, and we are going to be getting a lot more footage. And you may see me in the car with Joe.
Yes.
Right on the passenger side, talking some banter.
Yes.
We could do that.
Yes.
How do you pick the winner for the TV?
It's all going to be that random roulette wheel. Right. So what you do is, like I said, next month's live Q&A, make sure you register your email at ratiesrides.com. If you already have registered your email from previous giveaways, it's in there. We're not only giving away TV. There's going to be the TV is going to be like the grand prize, but we have other prizes. It's not just one thing.
It'll be fun. Yeah. If you've watched any of our other giveaways,
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we do. And it's completely random. It's this wheel randomizer. We'll do
and
it
we
live.
send it right to you. There's nothing you got to do.
And it's so much fun.
Yes.
So you'll want to join us for that. Get some snacks.
Yes.
Right. So if you have already put your name in on ratiesrides.com, all you have to do is figure out what you're going to snack on next month. Sure. Right.
Omar's got a great question. Omar says, which electric truck is coming to market first? I'm going to say probably the GMC Hummer. I don't think the Cybertruck is anywhere near ready to hit the road yet.
Yeah. So just to recap, this Sunday, get to Walker Ford from 10 to 12 on May 2nd. Next month, the Q&A is going to be May 25th. That is the live virtual celebration where we're going to be doing some giveaways for you guys who can't make it to the show here.
Next month.
But it is 9 o'clock.
Yes. Real quick, though, I just want to say, Ferris, we will be getting the QX60 hopefully in a month or two. Ken, thank you for your great support and that awesome super chat.
Victor, register your email.
Wait, we missed Xavier.
Oh, did we?
We missed Xavier.
Okay.
Let's see if we can find Larry. Thank you, Larry, it's a super chat.
Okay, let's
see if we can find Xavier. Hopefully it wasn't too. There it is. Xavier, thank you, Larry. Xavier, sorry about this. We got you. He says, thank you guys for the content. Short PSA to the Radies Rides family. Keep a binder of a service warranty work on your new car. Helps with a lemon law case.
Really great advice.
That's great advice. You always want to keep all those receipts, all those papers. And you know what? If you sell your car privately, a lot of times people will pay a higher price for a vehicle that has all the records that you could prove what you've done to the car, especially if you've had it for a longer time. But I don't think we missed.
I'm scrolling through right now.
I think
we just
one
got
more
another
super chat came in.
Yeah, we just got another one. I was just scrolling through to see if we missed anything else.
I don't think so.
Okay, and then Eric. I don't know if you've ever watched Street Speed 717, but he destroyed a $90,000 TRX for channel views. What a goof. I'm originally from PA and he makes us look bad.
Eric, thank you for the super chat again. And listen, I see a lot of things on YouTube that people are doing with vehicles and stuff. And, you know, I guess I'm the type of person to each their own. If that's how they want to get views, more power to them. Would I personally take a TRX and destroy it? No. Heck no. I like to use my vehicles. I like to showcase them with you guys, but I'm not here to blow up a car to get views. So I totally get what you're saying. Thank you for that super chat, Ken.
Clay said he went to the website and says where to sign up for the contest. So basically, Clay, all you have to do there, you can go to the contact us page and just
contact us.
Really, what we need is your email.
Yes,
right. Because if you win, we're going to email you and let you know that you won. So just go to the contact us page, put your name and email in there. If you want to, you could just say 500K subscribers or sign up.
Yeah, we don't have, there's not like a thing that says sign up for the 500K giveaway here.
Have your email,
just go to contact and send it off to us.
Yep, absolutely. So that's all you have to do. And if you get confused, you can just email us at Raity's Ride. So, and all of our information is on the YouTube About Us page.
Yes.
So that's
and Gladiator, congratulations on your X7. That was really awesome. Do you think they'll put a 6.4 in the Gladiator? I think, Alex, that is a high possibility, especially with the days coming to an end for V8s. And then we got Recruit. Thorne says he likes Chevys. That's cool. It's nice to have your favorites. That's for sure. Los Angeles Auto Show November.
When has it been moved?
Well, it's like the 21st or something like that.
Yeah,
we'll be posting all that. We'll be sharing it with all you guys.
Yes.
Acadia Denali versus Enclave Aviator. I would go Acadia Denali personally out of those two. Great job, guys. Thanks for saying that.
Thanks, Ricky.
You guys have been great. It's 9 o'clock. We're waking up early to start filming tomorrow, bringing you more reviews. Stay tuned for the Rolls-Royce Ghost 2021 redesigned Rolls-Royce Ghost tomorrow night on the channel. And we also have, this is embargo information, we have the 2022 Honda Civic virtual unveil tomorrow night around 9:15, I think it is. I will post. Stay tuned. It's tomorrow night. Civic virtual unveil. Yes, 2022. But thank you, everybody. We appreciate you guys. We hit the 500K. We're on to bigger and better things, and you guys are on the journey with us. And just like always, we'll see you on the next ride. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
See ya.